Hello once again. It's your boy That's No Moon. We are in the finals and we are up against Umpf. The last one was against Voltaire. That was the ship's one. So we've got a fairly legit opponent. His first GL was Jedi Master Luke, which means as a byproduct he's going to have a Jedi Knight Luke. So while I have a very quick look on speed, so ships, I've done a little bit of research, a little bit of digging, and had some advice off guildmates, etc. So hopefully ships are going to be a little bit better and a little bit easier to play going forward. Who knows? I'll probably even do a little bit of ship farming as well. This one is a straight-on fight. Interesting, he's got that fast gas. And if I hadn't noticed that, see, I think that is a great team. Putting like Jedi Master Luke, Jedi Knight Luke, and gas, quick gas as well. How are you going to beat it? So that really, really worried me. Now, I did actually mess up with Newt team. That was meant to be B2 in there rather than IG. But as you see, B2 is in there with Droidica, so that was all a little bit messed up. In the back there, we've stayed pretty good, but we've strengthened it up a little bit with Kylo Ren and Mast. Special Forces TIE pilot can bring in others to assist as well. So that's going to help either with the healing or hopefully a nice big shot from Fox. So having a look at this front wall, there's some decent defense there. These are all good banner stripping teams. So the name of the game here is going to be efficiency, especially at getting down on this bottom wall. Now, Night Sisters are never easy to get full banners on. You've got stuns in there, you've got an AoE there, you've got dispels there as well, which Asajj absolutely loves. So I had to have a little think about this one, check the potency on these as well. Luckily, I don't tend to struggle too much with Asajj leads. It's the Talzin leads giving the extra 50% potency. So looking at that potency, 77%, I think I'm going to chance my odds there. And I am going to go Bounty Hunters for this first one. What I like to do is just get through that bottom zone in the first sort of couple of hours, and then it gives me a little while to think about what I want to do with the rest of the teams. And this guy attacked very late on, so yeah, but it gives me a little bit of time to think anyway. So I think we're going to go Boss Boba and Django. That Relic Django doing absolute work for me, and I like using Boba in there as well because he's going to be able to bypass the taunt as well. So speed-wise, we were there, and Asajj still hasn't used her heal yet, but I'm also going to be able to stagger, keep her behind, and ability block there as well, which is great. So that taunt is still going to stay on us. Daka can also stun through two people as well. So that's a little bit annoying, but hey ho, there we go. We've got double debuff there. Nice ding ding, or jang jang, should I say. So that's the main threat out, that Relic Asajj. Rest is going to be plain sailing from here. Unless I get stunned, of course. So I will use this as an opportunity to just make sure my banners are good before killing everyone off. And there we go, maybe throw out some ability block as well. And yeah, make sure that we are good. Put in a big hit here, big rocket. I think we can stagger there fairly safely. Can I get a kill shot here? Nice. Nice job. And Boba, I think, is always one of those characters that I feel like I really want to get relicked. Because I think potentially he has a huge amount of damage. And in 3v3s, I think with stacks of ferocity, it can be absolutely huge as well, taking down Darth Revan. So, ooh, I'm tempted. So the next two teams here. So Geos and Poggle. Now, Geos, I've got a bit of a decision to make here. I think there's a few different things that I can do. With this Poggle, it may be the Poggle team I go for first. I can't quite remember. But the droid's going to recover some protection. He is pretty heavy on the protection side of things, as opposed to the health. So he's going to be recovering things like that. So I need to keep this battle under control. Dooku in there is a little bit of a nightmare as well, and he doesn't need to have amazing mods on him to be tough. So like naturally his potency is about 85% anyway. So his potency is now at 106. He's not a tough character to get speedy. So I'm going to have to try and work around this. So I think here resistance is going to be my best bet. I'm going to oh yeah, and that was it. His Dooku was also modded for tenacity really, really well. So I thought, well, I've got like double chance for like a confuse, if I can get a confuse out there, a daze, anything like that. The second one, if I get 2 stacks on there, he ain't going to be able to counterattack. So didn't land much on that one. Didn't land anything, but the reason I chose that was because I'm going to get a full turn after it. And yeah, now Magna Guard is gonna taunt, which is a little bit annoying, but not really. I'm gonna gain a little bit more turn meter here. And yeah, so he's on 3 stacks of expose now. So now I get rid of this, and unfortunately I'm still stuck behind him. Pull, yeah, definitely pull BB-8 out of stealth, out of stun there. Okay, and keep going. Yeah, this Dooku is a real like nonsense, you know. So here, probably want to pull turn meter back. But yeah, so he's not going to be able to taunt anymore. Should probably keep him alive. And there goes Poggle. So he's under stealth annoyingly there. But it's another turn that we're not stealthed. I'll probably keep the mass assist. And I'll keep the pullback. There goes a shock. Let's see what we can get here. Resisted, but we basically get a free turn. An attack out a turn as well. Got a couple of exposes there. We've got the Illuminated Destiny. And now finally we're able to get a day. So I really like a tenacity build. On Dooku actually, because you always see very high potency, but you don't see a huge amount of tenacity on him. So I thought that was a really interesting little pointer there, and it made it tougher to get through, honestly, or cheaply in that front line anyway, without losing banners. I'll take 52 with a counter that I'm not particularly invested in, or have invested a huge amount of gear into, so I will take that. So here, Darth Traya Scion against the bugs. There's no spy in there. Sorry, there is a spy. There's no soldier in there. I think as long as they don't go for Traya, mass assist coming here. That's fine. And I thought here on this one, I thought long and hard as to whether to bring 3 in, but I'm going to try and keep as banner efficient as possible. We've got the taunt up there. So best case scenario is we actually get a 54 out of this one. Worst case scenario, we get a 53. Well, worst case is we get sniped out of absolutely nowhere, but I very much doubt that's actually going to happen. So just as we work through spy here, okay, they're going to equalize. Oof, so close, so close. We should be able to take out whoever it is now. Let's take out spy. The rest I'm not really too bothered about. Let's get a free turn. Why wouldn't we? And there we go. GBA's gone. Not even going to bother with Brute because of counterattacks. And yeah, 54. So I'll take that. That is a nice win to get me through to the back line. With some pretty decent averages going on in the front zone. We've got Mon Mothma. We've got a sketchy clones team, actually. Basti is tough to get banners on. And then you've got Crew, you've got the counter from Nest, and then you've got OG Kylo. So that's going to be fairly interesting to get through. And I'm going to probably leave it there for a few hours overnight, just to remind myself what I've got here. And we join with about 7 hours left. No action, absolutely zero action. And I got bored at this point, so I'm going to go back in and I'm going to pick away at a few teams, see if we can get anything out of him. So, where to start, really? Well, I think this Droidica, again, can be scary, but it's also like not very scary as well. That Django as well, I'm not really too bothered about a gear 12 Django. Malik is going to do the job for me here absolutely fine, in theory. So just want a basic there. He's going to roll it up, and I am also going to dispel that anyway. There we go. A little bit of danger with max health down from Django there. But certainly at this stage, I'm not really too worried about it. I'm more concerned with Droidica, so, I mean, yeah, you can get out like a freak shot out. Okay, let's dispel that again. No max health down, I'll take that. As I said, the tenacity on my Malik is pretty high anyway, so I'm not really too worried about like a tenacity check versus Django. Another big hit, but we're all good. Another big hit. So let's go ahead and take that. Let's go ahead now, target Django. And being able to see what I can see on the board here, I think this is a cheaper counter than a full Rebel squad. Argue with me in the comments down below if you wish, but I think this is probably the most efficient way of dealing with this squad. I've got a healing immunity there, which is a little bit annoying. So now it's just managing whether it's 55 or 56. But we're out of that now. And again, pass that tenacity check. Yeah, that's not really going to do anything. He's immune to health effects, so that's always good. Got a lucky stagger out there as well. But there we are. This one is over now. Just going to be about getting full banners back and making it worth my while. So yeah, against Newt, I do like those characters who resist like those health effects, so OG Kylo, things like that. Although I certainly wouldn't, but this is more for 5v5, I certainly wouldn't recommend an OG Kylo there. So, next one up, I think this Finn Poe team, I'm going to take no chances. I'm just going to try and get full banners out of it. I don't think undersizing gets me any better banners. I think this is just about controlling the resistance heroes. Stripping some turn meter here probably. Gamble on a stun. I kind of don't want to taunt out from Finn, so I think gambling on a stun here is going to be fine. I know I've got Han coming up, so let's see if we can get rid. There we go. Pull some turn meter back. No. And AoE. There we go. So full banners, fine with that. 54. I'll take that trade off all day long. And now the Night Sisters team. So this is always a little bit of a tricky one. And the reason that it's tricky is to get your full banners, basically. But I think I've worked it out. Oh, Ben is probably going to go first before Spirit. The Spirit was actually quite fast, actually. It was like 260, so it was fairly fast. So I think I'm going in first here. There we go. With a little bit of the turn meter boost to start with. And I think I genuinely want to take out Talzin, in all honesty, just because of the AoE. Nice ability bar. Old Ben has been hitting those out of the park. Pumped his potency up like really high, so it's nice to have it working. Let's hit through this foresight. There we go. And that's another reason why I like this trade-off with this team, is because hitting through the foresight. Spirit can be a real issue at times as well, so getting through that pretty clearly. Now I've got some decisions to make. I've got plenty to play with, but it's going to be keeping the banner efficiency up. This guy has pretty much kept most of his stuff for his high-scoring stuff for offense, so we've got to be aware of that anyway. So 5 teams left. Yeah. Okay. Whoops. This is the... don't need that. That's my... sorry, that's my footage from... Right, okay. Here we go. So I used Kylo. Sorry, I've added that video in by accident. That was the footage from the Galactic Challenge today, which was actually a pretty annoying one, I'll be honest. But I can do a video on that separately, so that shouldn't be here, basically. Right, so use Kylo here. I think this is a fine trade-off with what's on the board. Get a 55 from it. It's another undersized, so I'll take that. And 4 teams left. Feeling in pretty good shape still. There's 6 hours to go. Probably going to try and clear most of this. And looking at that Basti team, I'm scratching my head there a little bit. But I'll be honest, I think that I go in with Geos here. Just because I think of the... there's not a huge amount of DPS on this squad. The Basti team, I'm eventually going to get through it. I've got some big hits. And I've got banner recovery. So genuinely, I feel that Geos are like pretty good trade-off on this one. So let's go in, see how it goes. And again, I've got no taunt on this team, which is quite nice. So I can sort of get straight through to Jolie. Not much happening at the moment. And there won't be to start with. Obviously, Bastard's lead buffs are very, very strong anyway, let alone in 3v3. So I think we take the time to, put in a big heal there. Just make sure we're ticking over nicely. He does have counter attacks for a little bit. Probably should have gone over and worked on a little bit the protection with the other two. Okay, he doesn't have his counter attacks back on now. So that's fine. And again, when he's attacking out of turn, he also reduces cooldown, so he's going to be getting that heal back. Okay. Nearly there with him. He'll probably heal up here. He does. But not a huge amount. So there we go. And with Jolie gone, now it's just a matter of time and managing banners, basically. There we go. So it's going to be a lot of basics going round as well. Getting that protection back. We got through Basti pretty quick, actually. But again, just a basic. And just a basic. And this should sort of tickle it home anyway. If I remember right, I think it equalises on the start of the turn. So GBA, he shouldn't suck everyone... Sorry, Brute shouldn't suck everyone down. There we go. Yes, so managed to finish with full banners on that one. Happy with that one. Because that team is sort of genuinely hard to get good banners on without any sort of... or any form of recovery. This GG is staring me at the face. And then I've got Mon Mothma, and then I've got the Kylos. So the Kylos, I genuinely think needs to be taken seriously. I think 2-man is fine, but that undispellable taunt, and I can't be bothered to work out whether I'm going first or not. So I'm going to take in a bit of insurance anyway. Yeah, Ahsoka I think is fine. So let's head on in. Let's start off. I was able to get out first, so that's a fairly slow Kylo Ren. If I'd have known that, I may well have gone in solo there. Okay, get that protection out. Do we get it back? No, well, possibly. So 54 on that one. I'll trade that off all day long. And 2 teams left. So we've got Grievous. I think here, rather than Night Sisters, obviously, I think here the play is going to be Jedi. Even if I don't get all Jedi back to like full protection, even if I can get 1 or 2 of them at full protection, it's still better than the Night Sister counter. So Night Sisters went to waste on this one. Okay, let's roll the dice a little bit. Okay, lost, but there we go. Let's try and pull some 10 meter back. Ding, ding. Let's go in there with the mark. Yeah, he's going to get healed up, but that's fine. Keep spamming this turn. Keep knocking down B1. And we're doing some good work here. Right, so can't get anywhere else at the moment. Maybe a big shot? Okay, put him under stun. Let's keep chipping away. Again, I'm not directly focusing on B1 here because I'm trying to almost stall this out and make sure I'm just like looking after my banners basically. I think another mark in here should be fine, and we should now be coming up to, yes, there we go. Right, so pull a little bit of turn meter back there. Call Yoda to assist, some buffs out. And Yoda to assist again. I think I'd take advantage of this low protection. Oh, sorry, there we go. That actually dealt with most of the bonus protection, so I'll take that. Pull back turn meter there. I think I don't really have a choice here. I'm killing either way. But let's mark in. Good. That's actually not bad doing that little damage on the mark. So let's call in Joe Lee actually, and he was pretty close to full health. And let's see if we can get Yoda there as well. Let's throw this over to Joe Lee and bring Yoda to assist. Can we get it? 53. I'll take that. So one banner lost in that one. GG is always a tough squad to manage in terms of full banners. Ships-wise, has he left us a treat? All Rebels and Thrawn. I will take that all day long. Thank you very much. And we've got Mon Mothma. So I think Darth Vader. I was thinking about adding Thrawn here. Thinking about adding a third character. So here's the thinking with this one. Thrawn's going to go, but I thought that my Malak was actually quicker, but I miscalculated it. I thought that Thrawn was going to be going before Vader, but he wasn't. I completely forgot how to work out the speeds of it. So this one could get pretty interesting. Okay, and here we go. No hassle, right? Surely. So we're just going to basic over there. Then we're going to fracture. And then we're going to get these guys, this recruit in. We're then going to enter into Merciless. Put some dots over. Kill off the old wedgie boy. And I can only really target either Biggs or Rebel Trooper. She brings him back. That's a lot of counterattacks. So let's throw that over to Vader, get him back in full. Biggs is now out of the fracture. This is a little bit ropey, actually. Whew. Right, let's get rid of him quick. Oof. Right, into Merciless. Let's get you going. Let's get some Force Crush, get a turn after Merciless Massacre ends. Whew, that was closer than I'd have liked. Whew. So in a battle of efficiency, little things like that can cost you a match, but again, it's been fairly efficient sort of all the way through. He's still got to attack. He's still got to get through some okay teams that are set to strip most banners. Onto ships. Okay, so we're onto ships, and he actually attacked. So he has just finished off ships. And he scored 26-64, so a decent little score actually. So now we need to be like super efficient on ships, and this is where I get a little bit nervous. But I've got two okay like ships to go up against. So I think Kenobi still, again, it's not like an amazing Rebel fleet. Millennium Falcon is decent, but then things like Admiral Akbar are gear 11, so and there's no I think it's Bistan's ship as well. So there's nothing really too scary in there at the moment. I'm not going to risk it. I think I'm going to bring in support if needed. So we'll see how this one goes. But again, coming down to ships. And talking of coming down to ships as well, hopefully you guys got to see there was a live one where DB Official and Gridden actually faced each other this round. And it was a really good fight as well. It actually came right down to the last battle. There was one banner in it in terms of going into the last fight. So I'm not going to spoil it at all because it was a really, really good fight. And there was some really good matchups this week, actually. So make sure to check those ones out. Right, let's bring in Ahsoka. I forgot that it pulled off, but we get a big hit there anyway. Could this be decent banners? Either Plo Koon comes in there and they get reinforcement. 62. That's pretty ropey. So I think I need about 55 for this last one. I've got Grievous. Can't see anything going wrong. So let's have a look. Let's see how it goes. I'm not really going to stack these with reinforcements, but just in case, as I said, I don't really need to. I think I'll bring Ebon Hawk in there as well, because he clears all the buffs, dispels all the buffs, so that's always good. And it's a decent Hyena bomber as well. Thinking of AoE here, but actually AoE does more damage. When I was having a look at this, 20% offense and defense per stack, I can't argue with that, whereas this deals 10% more damage for each ally with overcharge. So I'm going to save that one and put in a little bit of work. I'm going to put the buzz droids in there straight away. And I'm going to go to work on the Imperial TIE Bomber. Nice work. He's got a buff on him as well, so I think, yes, well, it didn't matter, but I think stunning him was the play there. Got to kind of go in here as well. Some big damage. Let's go there. Let's deal some damage with that AoE. Nice, got rid of Houndstooth in timely fashion. Oh, that was big. 63. I'll take that. Let's just make sure it's enough. 2672. So this was a huge battle of efficiency. Luckily, ships, there was nothing too crazy on there anyway. I think I'll collect up a couple of banners and we'll see how we go in the next one. So that was 3-0. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and the Discord link is in the description down below as well. Fingers crossed. So that was a decent start to the season, 3-0. We'll try and go 12-0. We'll see how it goes. There is always a few hurdles along the way. Not anything else there that I can get really. So so we're going to end just under the what's it called? The chromium. So we'll take that. I'll see you all next time. Good luck with yours, and hopefully you've enjoyed as well. Cheers, guys.